Mi nombre es Stephanie. Today we're going to talk about the verb tener, which means to have. This is an important verb to know because it's used often and it has different uses, including some idiomatic expressions. So we're going to begin by showing you how we conjugate it. Yo tengo, I have. Tú tienes, you have. Él o ella o usted tiene, which is he or she has, or you formal. Nosotros tenemos, we have. Y ellos o ellas o ustedes tienen, which is they have or you guys have. Now that you know how to conjugate it, let's look at a couple uses of tener. The first use is very simple. It is the same way that we use it in English when we want to say that we have something, like I have an SUV or I have Facebook. Let's look at some examples. Yo tengo una camioneta. I have a truck. Tú tienes un Facebook. You have a Facebook. ¿Tiene cervezas? Does he have beers? So you take the verb and we use its conjugated form and then we add the object. So now that we learned how to use it with an object, let's learn it in another way. When we have to say that we have to do something, like if you say I have to work or you have to go to the dentist, we use the verb tener just like we do in English. So let's look at two examples. Number one, tengo que trabajar. I have to work. And number two, tienes que ir al dentista. You have to go to the dentist. Now hopefully you noticed a couple of things. The first is after the verb tener, I added the word que. So the structure is the verb tener plus the word que. And then the second part is that we add a verb but in its non-conjugated form. So we add it in the infinitive. So let's look at two more examples. Tengo que lavar mi auto. I have to wash my car. Tienes que trabajar mañana. You have to work tomorrow. So remember, the verb tener conjugated plus the word que plus the verb in the infinitive form. Now let's look at some idiomatic expressions. These are some expressions where in English we use the verb to be, but in Spanish we use the verb tener. For example, tengo hambre. We're using the verb tener, but in English it means I'm hungry. The reason being is because we're actually saying I have hunger. In Spanish, hunger is a noun, not an adjective. So we say tengo hambre. So let's look at some more where we use the verb tener in Spanish, but we use the verb to be in English. Tengo frío, meaning I'm cold. Tengo calor, I'm hot. Tengo sed, I'm thirsty. Tengo miedo, I'm scared. And the last one is tengo 25 años. I am 25 years old, for example. Whenever you say your age, you say I have this many years. So use the verb tener. So remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more tips. Hasta la próxima.